ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Blubberbutter.
And I'm Casey Chaos.
And welcome back to Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. That's a fucking mouthful.
Yeah, so what... I didn't read the mission description, so what are you doing here?
Well, let me change the sensitivity here. I don't know why it was so high. Just able to... Okay. Something's going on here.
This is a weird setting for Star Wars, I feel like.
Let's check the objectives, actually, because I don't actually... Because I've played this level so many times. Return home, so we're trying to get home. Find your way into your father's home to look for...
Ouija!
Oh, it sucks to be that guy here.
Ouija time!
Hey, so I figured something... Like, I'm not going to go for all the secrets. It's just too tedious.
Yeah. I thought each of those things there was a person, and I was like, why are you not shooting them? Why are they not shooting you?
They roar in a way that's... That was easy.
Man, old school shooters had some serious charm.
Yeah, right?
Like that. That wouldn't be a thing in a new game. If it was, it would be way more obvious. There'd be like torches, like pointing you to it, and
a whole bunch of visual cues.
Like, I'm okay with that because, like, yeah, it's kind of cool to know that there's a secret there, but honestly, it's kind of bullshit too. Man, it's no wonder stormtroopers couldn't hit anything.
I know, right? The hitboxes are not great in this. They phase through them a lot.
I don't understand why there are sand people here and they're not wearing masks. Like, it's so
weird. Is odd.
And they're like not even like this game was about as canon as things get at the time, so
hey. Are you just hanging out in the fucking bathroom?
Is that what that is?
Which button did I have for it? Okay. The water textures. Weird as heck.
Toilet. I've never seen a Star Wars toilet. That was the first time.
Oh, F, that's right.
Oh, he was just saying, man, this is like a house for giants.
I also hate that, like, as hard as the time I have shooting the models, because it'll go through any of their limbs, their head, you can't shoot past the corpse. You have to wait for it to drop all the way to the ground. Can I make this jump? Yes! I don't think I was supposed to. First try, too.
I feel like Star Wars shooters are fun because Star Wars weapons are slower than real weapons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it gives you, like, you have to lead your shots and stuff. I'm a big fan of projectile weapons versus hit scans.
Huh, I actually managed to hit that. Yeah, I like that too. As a kid, I always thought that was weird. I was like, so, like, all of these blaster fights with stormtroopers, I feel like if somebody just brought a machine gun, then you'd just make easy work out of them and wouldn't be a fucking problem. Although I think the idea is that the blaster fire would cut through any armor. Yeah. And that the stormtrooper armor wouldn't actually be able to stop, or would actually stop the bullet.
Oh, okay. I always took it more like that the armor lessened the damage from the blaster bolts.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to. So,
I mean, I'd have to assume that underneath the plastic is like a Kevlar-like layer.
So there was a, one of the keys.
I don't know if it would stop. I don't know. Some of the in Battlefront 2,
locked.
The original for PS, like the old one, right?
Oh,
it did. Some of the clone troopers did have like Gatling guns that did have like actual bullets.
Looks like someone doesn't have that.
Well, that was.
I don't know if that's canon or not anymore, but
so there was a series that I really liked. I really liked several of the Star Wars books, actually. Like, my mom always called them there's a word she used for it, but basically fluff reading. And anything I read that wasn't quality literature was lesser, and I had to minimize how much of that I was allowed to read, which is a little, now that I think about it, a little psychotic. But
yeah.
man, I don't think I've actually talked about any of my upbringing on this channel. Ooh.
So I guess
I don't know if that's like I don't even know if that's like a good idea. That's,
well, I don't want to get too much into it, but like, what quantifies a like legitimate piece of literature?
it was arbitrary is the thing. Like anything with like anything written in the 50s or 60s was good because it was old, therefore historical. Most things written for kids was not, but occasional things were, especially if they got awards. But Mom would criticize a lot of the things I read and explain to me why I wasn't making good. Oh,
You weren't making good decisions.
yeah.
You were bad. You were gonna go to hell. Sorry. I shouldn't go there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not that far off, unfortunately.
I kind of had a feeling, but... Man, I am smelling a lovely candle.
Oh, that wasn't sarcasm.
No. There's the smell of candles. I don't know if
Yeah,
someone
Lynn just blew one out.
blew one out. Yeah.
No, it always made me sad, but it's also a little weird how much she emphasized the importance of reading, but also, like, had arbitrary rules for what I actually was allowed to read.
Yeah.
Which always seemed... Man, that water.
Time for a little swim.
That'd be such a jerk-ass thing to do, but...
What's that?
Well, your dad just published another novel, didn't he?
Yeah, my dad just published
Yeah. So, like...
Which, actually, I should put a link to that in the video. Future Blubber Runner, if you remember. Oh, God.
Oh, well, then I probably shouldn't say what I was gonna say.
Oh, feel free.
Oh, I was gonna say it'd be a really jerk thing to do, but it'd be kind of funny if you, like, told your mom you weren't reading your dad's book because it was just fluff reading.
That would be funny. Now, here's the thing: is like
oh, I'm sorry. Did you win any awards? Did you write this in the 50s? No. Okay. Sorry.
Because you know my family, and while they're yeah.
You know, I kind of, and I think I've said this before. I wouldn't mind reading one of your dad's things, but
My dad's a good writer.
no, I'm sure he is. I just Plus, like, honestly, man, I'm easy to please. Like I could probably read something that was, like, well regarded as being, like, not well regarded, but, like, well known as being, like, bad, and I might not notice.
Well, the same thing with movies here. I can acknowledge what is good writing and bad writing, and I can acknowledge what a good movie is and bad movie is, but I'll enjoy most things.
Yeah. But I guess I've never read a book, like, not that I know your dad that well, because I don't, but I've never read a book from somebody that I, like, had met. You know what I mean? Like,
oh,
that makes
yeah,
any
that's fair.
sense?
That's
Like,
fair. I have, but that's because I was a writing and music major, so I was around a lot of artists who often looked at each other's works, and several people just got published. One of these rooms has a motherfucking red key in it. Ah, here it is. Blue key.
I do not understand how you're able to keep track of where you are in level, other than the fact that you've played it multiple times.
Which is hilarious to me because
I'd
you
be
know in
really
real
lost.
life my
I know, that's why I'm so confused.
video games are easier to manage with like my situation, like my
Guess,
positional awareness.
But to be honest, man, like, you've said this before, that, like, your knowledge of video games is good. I feel like this level you're doing a good job in, but I do feel like in open world games you do tend to have
Hard time, you think?
a little bit more hard time. Not a huge hard time, but
Oh.
more than I do, though. I know when we played, like, Far Cry and stuff, there'd be a lot of times we'd be like, oh, we gotta go back to the thing, and you'd be like, oh, this is right, and I'd be like, nope, this way.
Well, that could be. I think Far Cry in particular is just a little too open world. Like everything looks kind of similar. You're going through the same motherfucking
No, that's true.
forest.
It's true, but it's more of like
I hate these things.
what's the word? Like having an innate sense of your cardinal directions, I guess.
I do well.
Like being able to remember which way is like you came from and
This
stuff.
has
Like
got to be bad for my health.
ooh, that looks like instant death. What?
Not instant.
I know he said it looked bad for his health, but that does not look good for anyone's health. I don't even like looking at it. What is like orange, scaly water with electricity running through it?
Oh.
Well, that's a trap. Because you might end up with more health than you started with.
Uh-oh.
I do like how shooting your gun
Lights things up.
lights things up. I also like that the darkness is actually dark. Like, I feel like, well, one, I don't like not being able to see, so I often turn my brightness settings in such a way that dark isn't really dark. But I feel like even then, like, modern games would never just
My
completely
father's
cut
workshop.
your light off
Luigi's
like
got
that.
to be in here.
Here he is.
Luigi. That's only like part 1 though, right? Or was that the whole mission?
That was the whole mission. The next mission starts off there. Ugh.
Cool, I'm tired.
I need to stop here, or you want to do one more?
I want to stop here.
All right. Well, let's
I don't
watch
think
this cutscene.
Okay, I don't think the conversation will get any better. I'm down for recording more of this though, like in general. Like I was gonna do it with you yesterday, but then Ashley was here, so I didn't. I was literally gonna be like, "Hey, let's record tonight."
I like Ashley. She's a fun person.
Yeah. Right. I just wouldn't be like, "Have Ashley over and then record
Yeah,
video games
like
with me."
sit on the couch, Ashley. We're gonna watch this. No, what I was saying is there was a Star Wars book series that I really liked that was actually about Han Solo's twins.
Yes. There's a lot actually.
There's one from the New Academy.
Oh yeah, that's a whole series.
And it was. I read several of them. Liked them a lot.
I never read any of those. My OCD-ness, I was literally reading...
Oh, hold on.
This message is intended for my son, Kyle Katarn.
It's really accurate.
Kyle, I
Glancing off
have
the
left
middle of
two
nowhere.
very important items for you. The first is a map to the Valley of the Jedi, and is embedded in the stone ceiling above this room. The last is a lightsaber that once belonged to a friend and great Jedi, Ran.
If that's like an actual person.
Probably is in some of the books.
Use it well. Use it for good.
That's Ricky's lightsaber.
Yeah, and now magically we're Jedi.
Well, he had some force powers, it looked
Let's
like,
see
right?
what
I
this
only got
saber
it when
can
I got
do.
here. That should have done more damage to me, I feel like. Yeah, anyway, so at this point now we are starting to gain force powers for some reason, and we have this. So no training or anything, we just like suddenly become Jedi Masters by the end of this game. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop this then. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a like and subscribe would be amazing. Have a great day. Or night, whatever my fucking outro is.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, no, well, what I was saying is it related to the I went on a whole tangent about my family instead. But the Star Wars book has, like, a couple sections. There was one in particular that had sections from a, like, whatever the new version of Stormtrooper was.
Yeah.
And they were describing his training, and he walked into a room with the Jedi armor, and this guy, like, rolled around and threw a spear at him and barely scratched his armor, and the whole thing was supposed to show him that the armor actually does protect him from most things, but blaster fire will melt right through it. And so I think the idea was that the weapons have just advanced to the point that they can cut through the armor, but the armor is actually supposed to be good for everything else. Except for apparently a bunch of teddy bears with sticks and stones. According to the original movies.